Cape Town.
Thank you to GrandWest for hosting EFC 45. And congratulations to all the athletes, and thank you to all the fans in Cape Town. We love coming here. Performance bonuses are awarded to Shana Powers and Brendan Groenewald. Fight of the night is awarded to the welterweight clash between Joe Cummins and Bruno Makulu. Those guys have got questions.
Hi there, I've got a question for Brendan. Congratulations, Brendan. You're back in the win column. Totally different performance tonight from your last fight. You spoke about you made a mistake last time. Just talk us through what happened last time and what happened tonight and how you're feeling about it.
No, obviously I'm happy, and win's a good result. It's not always what we hunt for. It's more about just coming out and competing to the best of our ability, and that's what I did tonight. Kind of came out just to have fun again. I've always loved it. I've always loved the EFC. Last time I probably just got a bit sloppy with my hands, and I got caught with a good punch. So I made a mistake, and Andrew capitalized. This time around I was very safe, went to the ground. Obviously a lot of respect to Thomas. He's a very dangerous fighter. A lot of range, and the safest place for me to be was on the ground. From there, I was always going to probably have a bit of an advantage, and it paid off tonight. So yeah, it was all good.
Thank you.
Those questions for Joe Cummins. Joe, Birmingham City beat Fulham 5-2 today, but tonight, surely it's a sweeter victory for you.
Yeah, it was I wouldn't say it was my best performance. I come into the fight with a lot of injuries, my ankle and my rib, and they both went in like the first minute when I was defending a takedown. I'm happy that I got the win, but just a bit disappointed in my stand-up, but I'm happy with the win.
And my question is for Shayna. Shayna, it's rare that a fighter on the undercard gets onto the press conference. You had quite a performance tonight in your debut. It seemed very technical and perfect. How are you feeling about it?
I'm feeling really good. Like I said earlier, that it's exactly how I wanted the fight to go. Rich and I worked on my stand-up a lot, so I was really, really happy that I got the victory.
And after that sort of performance, where do you see yourself in the female division?
I don't know, hopefully a threat. That's all it is. We're all in the race to be the first females to fight for the title, and that's obviously where I want to be heading. So,
thank you.
My question is for Tumelo. Tumelo, that was a great performance, but we have seen that you are quite not a bit of a rounded fighter. You always take the center of the cage. You have done well to do your performance to take the win. But do you think there is some change for you? Do you think you will be able to change your game up some?
To be honest with you guys, I didn't really prepare for this fight. I struggled for the guy for me to help me with the grappling. But then I tried to do something for my defense. That's it, yes.
There's questions for Tomasz Kowalkowski. Tomasz, you seemed to slip out of the triangle but only fell back into it. What happened?
It's very difficult to say what's happened. It was stupid mistake like a child.
I have a question for Champion. Hi, Champion. Congratulations on your win tonight. There was a superb fight. How are you feeling about another shot at Norman Wessels?
Come again, please.
How are you feeling about another shot at Norman Wessels?
Yeah, it can be great. Be great. I'm training hard, be training hard, feel ready. Like now, I want Norman version. Like if I get that opportunity, it can be great for me. I want him.
Do you feel like you could improve on the performance that you put in against him last time?
You see, people talk about me, champion can get, champion does not stand up. That's why I need to take calm, work hard for my new team, work my stand up, try to perform my stand up. That's what I done. I feel good, I feel happy there for my fight, for what I done. I'm happy for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We've seen a different champion, Delta, definitely from the last fight. A lot more calculating, very accurate. Tumelo, there's a few things that you need to improve. But Cairo, are we going to see a Tumelo versus champion for a contendership?
Yeah, that's a good question. We haven't actually decided who's going to fight them next. The kind of point of tonight was, with these two big light heavyweight fights, was to find out who's in the top in the division. Tumelo won. It could have been more engaging, you know. As with Tumelo's other fights, he could have done a lot more. You know, he got the victory, but it could have been more. I don't think Champion could have done too much more. His fight was really active. Could have engaged a bit more in one of the rounds, but it was a solid performance. So we'll see what happens from here. We might put them together. It's not a bad option, or we might do one of them separate and see what happens from there. We'll sit with Norman, the champ, and see where to go.
That's a question for Ruan Potts. Ruan, that's 5 straight losses in a row now. What needs to happen? And are you happy with the decision?
What needs to happen is a win, eh? At the end of the day, Tumelo obviously, he studied the game and he did well. He did what he needed to do. He won the game, and he's a good guy. I like the guy, and hats off to him. He won the fight. Can't leave it up to the judges, as they say. If you want to win the fight clear, fair and square, then you got to do it before the end of the last round. So yeah, hats off to him. He won the fight. Congratulations.
I have a question for Yannick. Yannick, you've spoken about that you took 3 years off. So second performance at EFC, and you've definitely improved, but it's interesting to see that when you fought Champion, you fought him to a decision. How are you seeing yourself in your development now that you're back in and you're back at and you're at EFC?
Obviously, I did take a long layoff, and slowly, I'm starting to get comfortable here in the Hexagon, and hopefully I get even better performances in the futures.
Have you got, tonight there were 2 big light heavy fights. Have you got your eye on anyone?
Hopefully, I'm looking forward to, obviously, the fight with Rafael and Liam for the belt, and hopefully I'm not too far from there. So obviously I just fought Warren Ellison. He's a great opponent. He's a former #1 contender. If he would have won his last fight, probably would have fought for the belt. So, and obviously he's one of the best ground guy here at the middleweight division, and I just won by submission today. I beat him at his game. I proved that I can punch, I can strike, I can grapple. I'm one of the biggest middleweight here in the division, and like I said, I believe I'm the best middleweight here at the EFC.
Thank you.
My question is for Shayna Power. You have won your debut. How does that feel? And how does it feel to work with such a strong team from FFM?
To win my debut is an amazing feeling. It was a really tough camp for me mentally. It's still very surreal. Having the team that I do there's no other gym or anywhere else I'd rather be. Training with them has made me the athlete I am today, and I wouldn't change it for anything.
And anything for the upcoming female fighters in the EFC?
In terms of me fighting, or I don't know. That's obviously, I'll speak to Caro and Graham about that.
Cara, a question for you. Tonight was a big night with the light heavies. Who do you see as the next challenger?
Sure. Just me personally, in my opinion, if I watched this fight, I preferred Champion. I preferred his performance. I thought it was vastly improved from his last one. I think it'll be a different performance if he fought Chef again. I think it'll be a better fight. But that decision hasn't been made. But me personally, if I'm watching tonight, that's what I would be going with. Thank you all for joining us. Next stop is 12th of December for the final EFC of the year. David Bursky versus Martin van Salen. Good night.
On the 12th of December, will a 4-year-old curse finally be broken? EFC welterweight champion David Bursky sets out to successfully defend the welterweight title.
I'm just going to bully him, whether it be I take him down, whether it be I stand with him, Pound for pound, Martin isn't better than me. Pound for pound, I'm the champ.
But standing in his way is the most experienced athlete in the EFC, Martin van Staden, who believes his time for glory has finally arrived.
Come fight night, I'll expose him. Coming to try and knock my opponent out the first round.
Plus, a former champion tackles a returning legend as Adam Speechley goes up against Chris Bright. EFC 46, Saturday, 12 December, Carnival City. Tickets and broadcast information at efcworldwide.com.